Welcome guys to John's Football Channel. This is your preview of the FA Cup quarterfinals games. Southampton plays Arsenal, West Ham plays Leeds, Man City plays Liverpool, and Chelsea play Port Vale. Let's get into it. So the start in the first game, Southampton versus Arsenal. We all are expecting Arsenal to win. We know that they have a good team, especially this season, winning or possibly gonna win the Premier League. And we're going to see how far they get in the Champions League as well. But Southampton are no mugs, and Arsenal haven't been doing well lately. They've had some shaky games where you would expect them to do a lot better, and they haven't. So I'm not going to be being against Southampton not to get a result against Arsenal. It will be a big blow to Arsenal. It's not to say that I do expect Southampton to win, but let's not be as surprised if something does happen with Southampton getting a win against Arsenal. For my predictions, I'm gonna go with. I still think I'm gonna go with. I'll go with, if Arsenal have to win, I think it will be comfortable. I think between 3 or 4-1. But if Southampton had to win, I would see it maybe possibly a 2-1 possibly. We do know, yes, Southampton is has the capabilities of upsetting any team, but it is unfortunate that we've seen that they've had a couple of injuries, so it might be a big of a mountain for them to climb. But we can only see on the day and see how it is. And if Southampton, and I think I'm gonna go with a 3-2, or I think I'll go 3-2 for Southampton to win against Arsenal if they do end up getting a result. Then we have West Ham against Leeds. I'm going to go with West Ham here. I know they are out with Summervale and Fabianski, the goalkeeper, but I do think if I had to put these two teams against each other, I think West Ham do have enough capabilities to actually overcome Leeds. Then we have one of the biggest games for this weekend is Man City against Liverpool. This is a very, very interesting game. This team possibly could be in the finals. So it is a very big game. I mean, whoever wins here goes to the final basically. And especially we could say for Liverpool. Liverpool, there is a chance that they do not make Champions League football. Maybe there was a bigger chance back then when Chelsea was doing well. Now it looks like that we can actually give them a chance to actually get there. But if they don't end up getting there, and we end up getting there, at least there's a way to get into the Europa League through the FA Cup. If we look at through their form, Man City has the same form as Liverpool. Ironically, Man City has won 2 games, lost 2 and drawn 1. Same with Liverpool. They've lost 2, won 2 and drawn 1 as well. Their last game, Man City beat Arsenal 2-0, whereas with Liverpool, they lost 2-1 to Brighton. Then if going into this game with the players, obviously Man City has Trafford in goal, Nunes, Karevskov, and Mark Gurry as their centre-backs, O'Reilly as their left-back, Rodri and Bernardo as the midfield, and ahead of them is going to be Doku and Semedo and Cherki in the middle, and then we have Erling Haaland up front. It would be a surprise to see, or a thing to see of, is it going to be a very similar game to how the Arsenal game was? Very, very slow, very, I would say, trying to figure each other out for the first couple of minutes, and then maybe obviously in the second half, that's when everything goes according to the managers, and then they'll end up seeing how it needs to be dealt with in the second half. With Liverpool's lineup, they have Marshavilla in goal, and then they have Kyrgios and Van Dijk and Konate as a centre backs. Gomez, I'm not sure if Gomez will play right back. I don't think he has the capabilities to play that wing. I would see Gomez as he's not the slowest, but it's just a weird place to put a player, especially a centre back. Then Gravenberch and Goins in the midfield. Ahead of them is Szoboszlai, and then we have Salah and Wirtz on the wings, and then Ekitike up front. With the two teams, I think they fairly the same in terms of firepower. They both win with the starting lineups like as they should. This is the quarterfinals, but for this game, I'm gonna go with Man City. Looks like the stronger team heading into this game, and I think I'm gonna give them up advantage. It's weird to say. I mean, they did just win the Carabao, but I don't know. I just see Man City a bit stronger than them, especially with Arne Slot. I think there's also a question of are they also fighting for him, or is the owners or the whole community still together, or is there small little potters that are gaping and creating cracks for this team? Then we go into the score predictions. I'm gonna go with, if Man City win, I'm gonna go with 2-1. 2-1, I think maybe possibly Joachim might score, and Haaland. Then if I don't see Liverpool winning this one. Not too sure why, but I think Liverpool, Man City will be better than Liverpool for this game, and they'll be going into the next round. Then we have Chelsea against Port Vale. Obviously, this is a more easier team in terms of all the other teams. It should be an easy game, but I also know that Port Vale is no mugs. I know they're very good on their day, especially. The recent form hasn't been so good. I think it's just like ours, or ours is just a bit more worse than this. So let's get into it. Obviously, we're playing at Stamford Bridge. If you look at the form, we have lost 4 of the 5 games. Our last one was against Wrexham, 4-2. With them, they lost 2 games, and in the third game, they ended up beating Bolton, and then they ended up losing one and then drawing off against Huddersfield. With this, it's obviously going to give us an opportunity to bounce back in a sense. We'll know they're not a fully bounceable until actually we'll start winning games in the Premier League. But I think it's an opportunity for them to start off small and actually get the ground running. With this game, it is a question of, do we start our big players first, or do we hope that the younger players might actually do the job, and then if not, we bring the younger players on, or how do you guys see this thing going? Let me know down below. How would you guys see this going? Would you play the big players first, or the smaller players, and then rest them, and then maybe if we need them, then we would actually use them? For me personally, I think we should just go with the Dragula, put Vale from the start if we can, and then afterwards we can start bringing off maybe possibly Hugo. There's a couple of youngsters that we have in our team that can actually gain some experience and fill in where we can, especially when we need someone to come off to have a rest. We are playing Man City next, so we also need to keep that game in mind. Let's take a look. Obviously, let's take a look at the lineups. They have Gucci in goal. Then they have Gordon, Hall, Humphreys, John, and Gabriel as their 5 defense. I think obviously they will have wing backs, trying to ensure that we do not get through them. And they have Archer, Walters, Joe, and Winey on the wing as well. And they have Brown up front. So then one of the main players I can see is Humphreys. We all know he's semi-decent. He's played for Man City, I think Man City's academy. But apart from that, not any other player that we can see actually might cause us a threat. I know them as a collective unit. They can actually cause us harm, especially now with our morale being down, with this saga going with Enzo Fernandez being suspended for 2 games. That's gonna hold the club a bit back. going into the next couple of games, especially if we don't win. What does this thing of also a question of Liam Senior? Does he still have the team ahead of him? Does he still have control of the team? Is another question. Let me know down below. Do you guys think? Do you think so? Do you think possibly he has a few players still that are behind him, but probably as camp time goes on now, they will start losing more and more faith in him. It is possible. But yeah, guys, for this game, I'm gonna go with the 2-1. I don't think it's gonna be quite easy. I think we obviously don't have enough firepower up front, as well as the defense. We know this. But for this game, I would like to start off. We'd have to start off with Sanchez in goal, because I think Gordon Jorgensen is injured. For this game, if Chiangpong is fit, we'll get us play him, and probably Tosin as a centre backs, and then Gusto on the wing, and then I think Hater, we can play Hater for this game, and then Lavia and Caicedo in the midfield, and then Neto. We can go with probably Neto and Estevao on the wings, and then the lap up front. In the midfield, as the number 10 is a question. Do we bring on Garnacho, play him on the left, Estevao in the middle, and then Neto up front? For me personally, I think that's too much firepower all at one time. It would be good, I mean, to kill them off properly, but it is a question of, is there anyone that particularly that we would want to rest for Man City? Do we need to rest them? Probably. It is a question. We all know they can come back from the international break. It is a question of how fit they are, how tired they are going into this game. Will they be able to recover for Man City as well? Is another question. Let me know down below what you guys would do. Who would you play in the midfield if it wasn't for Estevao to play there? I think also we could also go with probably Neto in the midfield, but then it's a question of who do we play on the wings. Unless we play with someone else, maybe another academy player, like we did in a couple of other games ago. I think against Wrexham as well, we could do that, and then play Delap up front. So yeah, guys, let me know down below what you guys' score predictions are gonna be for this game. How do you guys see the competition going? Who do you think will end up going into the semis? I'm gonna go with 2-1 for this one. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This is my preview of Chelsea versus Port Vale. Peace.